Hey, it's Lisa Jane here from Yummy Mummy. Today's discussion is going to be a little more challenging than usual. That's why I didn't choose to go live today. Though I would still love for you to interact and comment and ask questions. I'll be behind my phone replying back. So I have a little story for you, and it may be a little sad, but it is happy as well. See, in 2005, I was 25 and I was quite an aggressive person. Actually, I rewind that. I was an angry baby, angry kid, angry teenager. I was angry in my 20s. I'm still angry. But in 2005, I went along to a personal development workshop to figure out what the hell's going on. And my mom wanted to fix me. So I went along and she paid for it. And when I did the workshop, I came back and told my mom that I'm gonna pay for this because I had such a profound experience. I learnt that my dad and I are very similar, and that is why we would argue a lot, and we still do. Yet I love him for everything that he's done. I love his good parts and his bad parts, and I understand him so much more. So I definitely have been taught unconditional love. Years on, I completed more personal development workshops and succeeded in becoming an amazing beauty therapist and all my dreams came true. All I wanted to do was live on purpose, and my purpose in life was to entertain and educate, and I did that through my business, Aquatique. I got married and I had a baby, though I fell into a depression, and I never wanted to believe that depression was real until that happened to me. It is so real. I didn't even want to believe it when I was depressed because I didn't know what depression was. I was very unhappy, but I didn't know why. And it wasn't until my separation I woke up and realized that I have to stop making excuses. I have to acknowledge, I have to embrace who I am for everything that I am, like I did with my dad, the good parts and the bad parts. I have to love myself unconditionally. So yesterday was the breaking point. I got an email from the personal development workshop that I now help out, and it was a bit of a shock because I put so much effort into making sure that I wouldn't miss opportunities. See, a year and a half ago, I was part of this group, and I would organise monthly catch-ups and get together with other people that wanted to work for this company. And even though I was an amazing coordinator, I sucked at turning up on time. So this time round, I decided something's got to give. No more now. No more blaming other people. No more going out of my way for others. No more doing things for other people that aren't going to serve my purpose. So I prepared myself really, really well. I cooked up soup, pre-packed them. I got my snacks ready. I set out my wardrobe. I cleaned up the house, sent my daughter off to her dad's and my mum, and I gave myself 3 full days to be able to go and do this without any distractions, no disturbances, so that I had no escape. There was not going to be any excuses. And if I had to make one, well, shame on me. When I got up Monday morning, I got an email saying that because of my past experience of being late, that it wasn't advisable for me to attend, and that they would like to see me in a couple of more months for another one. Oh. My first reaction to that was, do you realize what effort I put into this? I am so shocked that I was able to do this for myself. I did it for me. And all I wanted to do was contact them and beg and be desperate and say, no, you have to have me. I need this. But then I took a breather and I sat back and I looked at the bigger picture and realized the moment I have to prove my worth is the moment I need to step into my power and let go of theirs. It's not their fault. They've got their own values, and I don't blame them. I live in a drama-filled world, which I'm learning to embrace and understand. And I wouldn't want to jeopardize the people on board that are actually going to be doing this workshop. So I get it. And the reason why I'm vlogging this is because I think people really need to understand that we need to own what's going on for us. And I tell you, that moment when I had to own my tardiness, it hurt so much. It hurt, it twisted in my gut. My solar plexus was like, it was all like deranged. And I had to cry. I had to let it all out and cry. I rang a good friend, and he was the best sounding board I've ever had. I mean, silence from the other end. I had to check in sometimes to see if he was breathing. I'm telling you, it was amazing to be able to let it all out and be able to see that I need to be accountable, responsible for the actions that I take, for my behavior. And then once I stopped crying and wiped away all the tears, I felt like I'd just been at a detox center. I felt so fresh. I thought, oh my God, I've got 3 days now to do whatever I want to do. My mum doesn't even have to know. My daughter doesn't have to know. Mr. F doesn't even have to know. But I did blog about it, and he did contact me, and we did come up with an idea that, well, we'll just, keep it under the covers and not tell too many people, so that I can have this time to work on my Yummy Mummy. So to wrap this up, I would like for you to take a moment and think about yourself. Think about where you are in your life and where it is that you're making an excuse. If you have to close your eyes, go right ahead. Just think about your friends, family, maybe it's at work, maybe it's not a person, maybe it's a thing, an object, car, money, maybe it's some sort of energy. Where are you making an excuse, blaming somebody else or something else for something that you've done? It's hard. It's hard to admit it. Trust me, it happened to me yesterday. And once you acknowledge that there is somewhere in your life right now you're making excuses, sit down, and I want you to get a piece of paper, and I want you to put a line through the middle, one side that says drawbacks and the other side that says benefits. What you do in the drawbacks, I want you to write what you are missing out on by making this excuse. Once you write that out, it could be a word, it could be a sentence, it could be a whole story. Just blah, let it all out. Do what I did, have a cry. Make sure you got a box of tissues there. Ring your friend, ask them to be a sounding board. And then in the benefits section, write the benefits of owning your behavior. Taking accountability and responsibility of what you've done. So here's a really good example. This is mine. So one side has drawbacks and the other side benefits. And I wrote in the drawback section, blaming others for being late. And one of those is not professional. In the benefits, I owned that I'm tardy. So one of the benefits there, when I owned it, was freeing myself from past regrets. And then I went across, missed grand opportunities, and in the benefits, I created a vlog about it. And then I'd go back to drawbacks, write a minus, loss, or a negative to blaming others for being late, and then I would write in the benefits, once I owned it, what did I gain? So keep doing this from drawbacks to benefits, back to drawbacks to benefits, not writing a whole list of drawbacks and a whole list of benefits. You need to slow yourself down and really think so you can acknowledge it, take responsibility and accountability. All the best. Now this little exercise is just the beginning. It's like in personal development, it's not even the icing on the cake. It's like one little leaf on the cake of many roses, of many leaves, of many layers of different flavors and creams. It's just that one little leaf. So if you've never done personal development, I would suggest that this is probably a good starting point. And sitting down and writing it out is so therapeutic. I hope for everyone to live on purpose. And if you don't know what your purpose is, it's okay, you'll get there. I am living on purpose. My purpose is my family and inspiring others to live a beautiful life with all the crap that's going on out there, to find the delicious and to be okay with who you are and to love the skin that you're in. So in saying that, I bid you goodbye for tonight. And as always, stay delicious.